What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome back, everyone. My name is Michael Taylor, Mike Taylor Research, and thank you for checking out another YouTube video. So today I want to talk about something that I am incredibly passionate about, and that is health. More specifically, why I think you should want to be healthy. Now that may seem kind of weird, and you may be like, oh yeah, well, of course everyone wants to be healthy. But I want to give you some concrete examples and some reasons to think about it more. So to begin with, I think it is the foundation of life. This is the thing that your whole life is built on. If you don't have good health, you can't enjoy any of the things around you, your family, your friends, your house, your job, your money. Just because you're rich and capable of buying everything you need doesn't mean that you're going to be happy and healthy. Also, just because you're poor and you have nothing going for you doesn't mean that you can't be healthy. So I think everyone has access to it, and I think realizing that is kind of a strong thing that you can hold on to. So the next thing is people's perception of health. Because obviously we can think that extremely overweight people, all just because they're confident and happy, are healthy, and extremely skinny bulimic people, just because they're confident and happy, doesn't mean they're necessarily healthy. So people's perception of health is entirely opinionated, right? It depends on every person's scenario. So you can't you can't put a definitive answer on what is health. You kind of have to decide that for yourself. So for me personally, I think that finding role models and finding people that inspire me is a good way to indicate whether or not I'm healthy and achieving the goals that I want to achieve. And it also applies to your age, right? So when you're really young, your health, you care less. As you grow older, things change. You get married, you have kids. You get into your 80s and 90s, like health constantly changes throughout your life. So it's important to just every day kind of take a honest review of you and your goals, and try to evaluate what you can change to improve. So why would you want to be healthy? Well, in my opinion, it promotes longevity, right? If you want to live longer, if you want to be happier, it's very important. It's really important for interviews and relationships because, whenever you go into an interview and say you're not really taking care of yourself, you're kind of a slob and you're overweight or whatever, that shows to the person that's interviewing you that you don't have your shit together. And if you can't even get your stuff together, then you sure as hell can't manage any of the responsibilities they're going to give you. So it's just important to think about that. And that also applies to relationships, right? Say, for me, for instance, I'm looking actively for a girlfriend. I want her to be beautiful and attractive and, have thin legs, whatever. Well, it's not fair for me to expect that of her if I'm not willing to do the same for myself. So it's just something to consider. Also, it gives you a lot of self-confidence because it shows that you have self-control and you're capable of taking care of your body and the things that are going into your body. And it proves to yourself that you are in control of at least something, right? Because sometimes we don't have control over anything, like your finances or your job or your, the people around you. Like you can't control any of that. But I believe health is the one thing that you can focus on and controlling. And it leads to happiness. I think that if you're actively trying to improve yourself every day, you are just ultimately happier. There's a lot of science to back that up, but that's just an opinion of mine. So what are the keys to success? I'm going to explain my diet because I've gone through about 12 or 15 different diets to achieve, what I think to be is like the healthiest, in my opinion. So I'll explain that in another video, but what are some keys to think about while you're trying to actively get healthier? Well, first of all, you need to set a goal. Find someone that inspires you. Find something that you want to be in a year from now, and actively try to pursue that. And then once you pursue that, and once you achieve that goal, set another one. It's a constant evolution of your body, and it's a constant evolution of your mindset, right? If you just stay stagnant and you say, all right, I'm happy for today, you know, eventually that'll catch up to you. You'll get older, and the fact that you're not changing anything means that, you know, you're not going to be improving and reaching the next goal, the next level. The other thing is, don't focus on weight. So I know this is really hard for especially women to understand, but man, in my opinion, I think weight is something that holds a lot of us back, because we look at the scale, we get discouraged, and, you know, we just quit whatever we're trying to do. So ultimately, being healthy, the whole point is to look good and feel good. So why not focus on those things? You know, if you're upset with how you look, then find a way to change it. If you're upset with how you feel, you're tired and lethargic all the time, then find a way to change it. You know, there's plenty of resources out there to explore, and it's just up to you to experiment and find out what works for you. So what if I have some disability or something preventing me from achieving my goals? Well, the honest response is that I think everyone on the planet has some type of disability, and you know, obviously it may be more extreme or less extreme for people, but once you tell yourself that you have this disability, it's a mental block, and that mental block prevents any more progress, right? So say you can't do it because of why, and you know, and that's constantly in your head, reassuring that, well, you can't do it, you'll never be able to achieve it, so why even try? Well, if you look at it on the opposite end and you say, well, I see this problem, which is the first step, and I want to change it, what can I do about it? Well, I'll try this. Okay, did that work? Yes. Okay, keep going. Did it not work? Well, try something else. Okay, so this didn't work, let's try this. Well, that didn't work, let's try this. And that progression of constantly trying new things is the key to, you know, sustaining good health. Because I think it really is, it's a lifestyle of changes. And you know, it's not something that you can just achieve one day and say, all right, I'm healthy, and just forget about it. You know, it's a lifestyle, it's not a diet, it's something that you have to do and work towards every single day. And to me, that is the most rewarding thing about it. So just remember that change is the only constant in life, and you know, just go for it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will show you the diet and some exercise videos in a later video, so be sure to check those out, and I'll see you next time. Zoop!